see something, say something. Isn't that a terrific message? And wasn't that a terrific speech? And isn't that a challenge for us as Toastmasters, especially when it comes time to give an evaluation? Fellow Toastmasters and guests, you saw an excellent speech by an experienced speaker today. Thank you for that speech, Rich. Thank you for showing us so many things that you can do well in a speech. Let's look at what some of those are. He used some wonderful word pictures. The previews like the Missouri just kept rolling along. He talked about David Romanesco having a chip on his shoulder and acting like the kind of student who didn't want to be there because he was. Excellent use of humor. There's a model for giving feedback that I picked up not long ago that I really like. It's called Liked Best / Next Time. So what I liked best about your speech, Rich, was the masterful way in which you told the stories that made up the speech. The story of you at the theater, the story of David at your classroom, the story of you going back to the theater and David showing up after the manager had read the letter. Really 3 little vignettes in there. You wove them together really well. You used character dialogue and internal dialogue. Here's what I'd like to see you do next time. Because here's what I saw. He says, if you see something, say something. No. So here's what I saw. I saw the germ of a wonderful story that you weren't quite vulnerable enough to tell. And here's why I say that. One of the most powerful story models I know is the ABC model. A wants B despite C. A is the protagonist, B is the desire that the protagonist has that drives the protagonist to action, C is the obstacle. So what I want to know, Rich, is when you went to that theater, what did you want? What was your heart's desire in that moment? And what was the obstacle to attaining that? Because the way that obstacle is removed is going to show us a change in that character, the change that everyone in the audience would then want. There was a hint to it when you signed Dr. Richard Reiner, full professor, University of Great Falls. The way you said that suggested to me you really had to swallow some pride to say those things. So what it suggests to me was you really wanted something and the obstacle in the way was your pride. And if you could make that desire that much more clear, and then let us see, what is it that removed that obstacle? What made it possible for you to swallow that pride? Was it a vision returning to your mind of the petite girl in the sundress and realizing you wanted to do things right for her, or what was it? In that moment, it would require a little vulnerability, but it would add so much more depth to the story. That's what I'd like to see you do next time. Excellent job. Thank you.